Midnight, that's when things get nice. My place, midnight. Don't forget the ice. Don't look for me in the light of the day. I wait till midnight to come out and play. So meet me midnight. That's my paradise. Meet me midnight. Baby, be my guest. Make it midnight. You fill in the rest. Sunrise and sunrise, they think it's a wow. That's very nice if you're milking a cow, but not me. Midnight, that's when it's the best. The coolest time of day is midnight. Meet me at midnight. Meet me at midnight. My paradise is midnight. Meet me midnight. That's my time of night. I'll see you at midnight. Wine and candlelight. Some like to rise at the crack of the dawn. I tried it once, the dawn is a yawn. So meet me midnight. We'll start the new year right. I dig when midnight comes along and there's a Bella going strong. Poor Cinderella had it wrong. Midnight, that's the name of this song. Meet me midnight at Billy's place. The vibe is light and breezy. Billy's place, it's a virtual speakeasy. My home base, I'm glad that you dropped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf. Have whatever you want. You gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax. I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 across the park, I'm singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it at Billy's place. Park it at Billy's place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for joining me tonight for episode 33 of Billy's Place. It's the last night of the year, and boy, I don't think I know anybody that's going to be sad to see this year go. But we're going to take it out in style tonight here at Billy's Place. So sit back and relax, spend an hour with me. Like the song says, park it at Billy's Place. Let's start the new year right. 12 o'clock tonight. When they dim the lights, let's begin kissing the old year out, kissing the new year in. Let's watch the old year die with a fond goodbye and our hopes as high as a kite. How can our love be wrong if we start the new year right? Alone together beyond the crowd, above the world. We're not too proud to cling together. We're strong as long as we're together. Alone together, the blinding rain, the starless night were not in vain, for we're together. And what is there to fear together? Our love is as deep as the sea. Our love is as great as a love can be, and we can weather the great unknown if we're alone together. Our love is as deep as the sea. Our love is as great as a love can be, and we can weather the great unknown if we're alone together. Together, if we're alone together, starting the new year right together, kissing the old year out. Bye-bye, 2020. Hello, 2021. You better be better than the last one. That's all I gotta say. You better be better than the last one. Oh, if we're all together. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Billy Stritch, your host here at Billy's Place. 22 episodes in, 33, what am I saying? 33 episodes in, and I'm so glad to be with you tonight on the last night of the year for New Year's Eve. So, what do you think about the jacket, huh? I bought this over a year ago and never had the nerve to wear it. And then, of course, there wasn't a place to wear it this year at all, but I thought, okay, my audience might dig the jacket. So I pulled it out for you tonight. And my friends Connor and Sareem are watching in London. They've already had New Year's. Happy New Year, guys. I told them I was going to wear this little bit of sparkle and spaz and glitz for them tonight and for all of you. And how about this tie too, huh? This is not just the sort of thing you can wear any night of the year. It's definitely a New Year's kind of outfit. I'm so glad that you're with me tonight. And what do you think of our decorations? It's 2021. Doug did a good job today working on this and getting some glitz behind us. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a very, very sparkly champagne bucket with some very, very sparkly champagne in it. I hope you guys are having champagne or something equally festive tonight. you know, this is, isn't this a pretty bottle? Doug picked this out today. I've never seen anything like it. It's like got metal and a nice emblem on the front. And Seguro Viadas. And I had some earlier. I'm going to have some now over here. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Doug. Hey, Happy New Year. Oh, that's not bad, gotta say. It's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna put the champagne back in the sparkly bucket. And yeah, there it is. All right. We are really decked and festooned tonight for New Year's Eve, and why not? It's the last night of the year, and I'm thrilled that you're with me tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the songs that I've chosen to sing for you tonight. Songs of friendship, songs of hope, and a couple that are a little off the beaten path. But this next song I'm going to sing is one that Doug specifically requested, and it is a wonderful song any night of the year, but it kind of has a wonderful meaning on New Year's Eve because it's, well, you'll see. It's about how life goes on. You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, the fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. That's a timeless one, isn't it? Of course, so known for the theme song from the movie Casablanca, one of the best movies of all time. The very first song, I'm going to go back, the first song I did, Meet Me Midnight, was written by Barry Manilow. And the second song was written by, well, Let's Start the New Year Right was written by Irving Berlin. And it's from that great film, Holiday Inn. And then I took it into Alone Together, written by Howard Dietz and Arthur Schwartz. So many good composers, and as time goes by, is by Herman Hupfeld is his name, and he didn't write a ton of big hit songs, but even if he only wrote that one, that's really all that he needed to write because that song has stood the test of time. Meet Me Midnight is from my new CD called Billy's Place, and I'm very, very proud of it. It came out in October. A lot of you have ordered it. You can download it on all the streaming platforms, but if you want an actual physical copy, you can get it off of my website, and if you want me to sign it, there's a place in the order telling me how to sign it and who to sign it to, and I'll be happy to do that and send it right out to you. There's lots of other great merchandise in the Billy's Place store, the red storefront. There's t-shirts and there's mugs and there are these great hoodies that are perfect for this time of year. And we've got mugs and we've got, I said mugs, we've got the tumblers and we've got the cheese boards and we've got the magnets and we've got the Christmas ornaments. It might be a little late for the Christmas ornaments. It's never too early for next year. There's lots of great items. So when you go to my website, click on the storefront and you can find all those great Billy's Place items and the CDs and the other CDs as well. And also, if you're tuning in tonight and you're able to donate to the cause, because obviously we're putting work into it and doing decorating and there's a platform and the cameras and everything, the camera. Everything cost a little bit, and you guys have been so extraordinarily generous this year, and it's really keeping me and Doug going, keeping the show going, keeping me happy and joyful, and having an outlet to sing for you tonight and every Thursday night. So there are two ways you can send a virtual tip. You can send it through PayPal or through Venmo, and those addresses are on the screen now, right, Doug? They are on the screen, and couldn't be easier, but if you're not a fan of using either one of those apps online, you can send me a message on the Facebook Messenger app, and I will send you my address, and you can send me an old-fashioned check. I'm going to sing another song from my new CD. This song was written by Alan and Marilyn Bergman, and the music was by the great Marvin Hamlish. All three of those people, it's been my privilege and pleasure to know. And I got to work with Marvin on a couple of projects. And the Bergmans are just wonderful people. I've been so lucky in knowing a lot of the greatest songwriters in the world. And this is a beautiful collaboration they wrote about 30 years ago for Barbra Streisand. And I love the lyric. I was thinking about this year, and as much as we've gone through, there are so many wonderful things to be thankful for, and there are miracles happening. And specifically, I'm thinking about this vaccine that they have rolled out so quickly, and it is out there, and it's just miraculous that technology and science can do this. And hopefully by this time, hopefully sooner than this time next year, we're all going to be out in the world again and hugging. I miss hugging. Anyway, this is a song called Ordinary Miracles. Change can come on tiptoe. Love is where it starts. It resides, often hides, deep within our hearts. And just as pebbles move a mountain, raindrops make a sea. One day at a time, change begins with you and me. Ordinary miracles happen all around, just by giving and receiving comes belonging and believing. Every sun that rises never rose before. Each new day leads the way through an open door, and we can all be quiet heroes, living quiet days, walking through the world, changing it in quiet ways. Ordinary miracles like candles in the dark. Each and every one of us lights a spark. And the walls can tumble and the mountains can move. The wind and the tide can turn. Yes, ordinary miracles, one for every star. No lightning bolt or clap of thunder, only joy and quiet wonder, endless possibilities right before our eyes. See the way a miracle multiplies. Now hope can spring eternally, planted and it grows. Love is all that's necessary, love in its extraordinary ways makes ordinary miracles every blessed day. It's a good lyric by Alan and Marilyn Bergman. They didn't write bad ones. And the great Marvin Hamlish. Ordinary Miracles from the Billy's Place CD. I got a great request this week from my dear friends Barry and Lynn Day, who I've worked with on many, many projects. Barry has written lots of wonderful shows that it's been my privilege and pleasure to be a part of. He's quite a scholar about Noel Coward and Cole Porter and all the great songwriters. Mainly Noel Coward has written at least a dozen books about Noel Coward and the writings of Noel Coward, his letters, and if you want to know anything about that guy, Barry Day is the man who knows all about it. And he sends me great requests from time to time, and I thought this would be great. He thought that would be great for tonight, looking forward to the new year, and by Jove, I think he's right. This was written by Dorothy Fields and Jerome Kern. I think so. Sung originally by Fred Astaire in a film called Swing Time. Hey teacher, teach me something. Nice teacher, teach me something. I'm as awkward as a camel. That's not the worst. My 2 feet haven't met yet, but I'll be teacher's pet yet, 'cause I'm gonna learn to dance or burst. Nothing's impossible, I have found, for when your chin is on the ground, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip, be grateful for a pleasant trip. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. Work like a soul inspired till the battle of the day is done. You may be sick and tired, but you'll be a man, my son. Will you remember the famous men who had to fall to rise again? Take a deep breath, dust yourself off, start all over again. I'll get some self-assurance if your endurance is great. I'll learn in easy stages if you're courageous and wait. To get the strength I want to, I've got to hold on to your hand. Maybe by the time I'm 50, I'll get up and do a nifty Nothing's impossible, I have found, for when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. I don't lose my confidence if I slip. I'm grateful for a pleasant trip. I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. I work like a soul inspired till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but you'll be a man, my son. Do you remember the famous men who had to fall to rise again? Take a deep breath. Dust yourself off, take a deep breath, and dust yourself off, and start all over, start all over, start all over again, start all over again. Good advice for any year, but especially this year, because we're going to pick ourselves up. We're going to dust ourselves off, and 2021 is going to be a better year. It's got to be, right? Got to be. Do we have lots of people watching tonight, Doug? You're kidding. Doug says the biggest audience I've ever had. Well, the Barry Manilow show. Okay, well, about 7 episodes in, I did Barry Manilow. That was really something. A lot of people are watching on New Year's Eve. Thank you so very much. That makes me so happy. So I'm going to take another sip of my champagne. Oh, are you going to show me some names? Oh, well, that's okay. It's okay. I can't see it. Oh, and Sophie is watching from Paris. Happy New Year. How do you say that in French? Joyeux. Oh, God, I'm just the worst. I should absolutely know how to say something in French. You say, Happy New Year in French. Oui. I love you, honey. I'm so glad you're watching tonight. She's yelling at the screen, yelling at me to, hoping that I will get it, but I'm not getting it. Maybe Jackie Sanders will tell me how to say it in French. Bon année? Yeah. That means good year, right? Okay. That seems logical to me. Good year. So, either that or it's a tire and rubber company, one of the two. Good year. This is a song that I got a couple of requests for. My friend Alan Choi in San Francisco, who watches me almost every week, always sends me very nice, thoughtful ideas for the show, lots of great ideas and insights. And he said, "What are you going to do this song?" And I was like, I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I started working on it. Actually, this morning, it was on my list all week, but I worked on it this morning. I thought, why not? This song takes me right back to my high school days. This is a Dan Fogelberg song. Now, that's usually not in my wheelhouse, but it's a very sweet story. It's called Same Old Lang Syne. So you guys, if you guys are my age, you'll know this song. Met my old lover in the grocery store. The snow was falling Christmas Eve. I stood behind her in the frozen foods, and I tapped her on the sleeve. She didn't recognize the face at first, but then her eyes flew open wide. She went to hug me and she spilled her purse, and we laughed until we cried. We took her groceries to the checkout stand. The food was totaled up and bagged. We stood there lost in our embarrassment, and the conversation dragged. We went to have ourselves a drink or two, but couldn't find an open bar. We bought a 6-pack at the liquor store, and we drank it in her car. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to now. We tried to reach beyond the emptiness, but neither one knew how. She said she'd married her an architect who kept her warm and safe and dry. She would have liked to say she loved the man, but she didn't like to lie. I said the years had been a friend to her, and that her eyes were just as blue. And in those eyes I wasn't sure if I saw doubt or gratitude. She said she saw me in the record store and that I must be doing well. I said the audience was heavenly, but the traveling was hell. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to now. Tried to reach beyond the emptiness, but neither one knew how. We drank a toast to innocence. We drank a toast to time, reliving in our eloquence another auld lang syne. The beer was empty and our tongues were tied, running out of things to say. She gave a kiss to me as I got out, and I watched her drive away. Just for a moment I was back in school, felt that old familiar pain, and as I turned to make my way back home, the snow turned into rain. Takes me right back to high school. Dan Fogelberg, boy, what a great singer and songwriter. And that's such a sweet story, I think. Really, really beautiful. This is another song that Doug requested a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's great. I think it's from one of our absolute favorite films of all time. It's from a movie called Postcards from the Edge. And this song was written by Shel Silverstein, who wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends and all those crazy children's books and all that weird stuff. And he wrote this song. It was an Oscar-nominated song. Reba McEntire actually sang it on the Oscars. And Meryl Streep sings it in the film. And I think it's a pretty good metaphor for how I feel about 2020. Pull back them dark and dusty drapes and let in some light. Tell the bellboy, come and get my trunk, 'cause I'm leaving here tonight. I packed my bags and I paid my bill, and I'm turning in my key. And if those sad souls down in the lobby ask for me, just tell them I'm checking out of this heartbreak hotel. I ain't gonna live on Lonely Street no more, no more. I found a new love and a new place to dwell, where teardrops ain't soaking the floor. So take down my suitcase and hand me my hat. I'm going from sleazy to swell. Give that desk clerk a dime, and you can just tell him that I'm checking out of this heartbreak hotel. Well, you can give that old sad bellhop my honky-tonk guitar, 'cause I'm only gonna sing those sweet songs from now on. And you can tell that old bartender he might as well close the bar, 'cause Chug-a-Lug Charlie is packed and gone. Through that gray window pane, it always looked like rain, but there's sunshine outside, I can tell. So open up that door, I'm leaving and I won't be back no more. I'm checking out of this heartache hotel. Through the gray window pane, it always looked like rain, but there's sunshine outside, I can tell. So open up the door, I'm leaving and I won't be back no more. I'm checking out of this heartbreak hotel. I'm checking out of this heartbreak hotel. Checking out of 2020, that's for sure. That's from Postcards from the Edge. A little bit of country, a little nod to my Texas roots, and great fun to sing. If you're just joining us, it's New Year's Eve. Well, you knew that. It's Billy's Place. I'm your host, Billy Stritch, and we're having a good time singing some songs. These songs are going to look to the future a little bit, and some nice songs for the new year, I think. If you're able to send a tip, that would be so wonderful and so appreciated. There are two ways you can do that. One is on Venmo, and the other is on PayPal, or you can write me on the Messenger app on Facebook, and I'll send you an address where you could send a check. So there are three ways, actually. So that would be great. I'm so thrilled to be able to do these shows for you each and every week. Also, I forget to say this, but after I finish the shows on Thursday night, they get uploaded to my YouTube channel, which is also called Billy Stritch. And all 32 previous shows, plus a couple more that I did before I started counting, are uploaded onto that channel. And so if you've missed any episodes in the past, knock yourself out. Go watch them all. And while you're there, please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited. I just surpassed 500 subscribers, and my goal is to get to 1,000 by, what do you think? Do I think I could do it by May, maybe? You think I get to? Yeah, I think I could get in the next 3 or 4 months. I think I could get to 1,000. If you get to 1,000, it's kind of cool. It's a big deal. Then YouTube sits up and takes notice and thinks, oh, he might be good. So anything you can do would be great. Here's a song that also Doug requested. Doug's sister is a nurse who lives up in Massachusetts, and she's been working through all of this COVID crisis, pretty much a frontline worker, pulling double shifts and really putting herself out there. And so she just called to tell us that she's actually was driving the other day. She was going to get the vaccine yesterday or the day before, and she was so excited to get the vaccine. I'm thrilled for her. And she was listening to the radio, and this is the song that came on, and she took that as a sign. So I'm going to do it for you. A little bit different than the way you've heard it on the radio, but quite a nice message and a good message going into a new year. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all ahead, nothing but blue skies. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I can see clearly now. That song was a big hit in 1970 for another guy from Houston like me, Johnny Nash. And Johnny's one of the great artists that we lost just this year. But what a great song. That song will go on forever and ever. That's a great song and a great message. And I think 2021 is going to be a brighter, sunshiny day. I think it's got to be, right? Right, Doug? Yes, Doug, we were talking about, and I have to tell this story. I was reading a thing today online about, scientists had done a survey about, was 2020 the most stressful year in American history or in world history? And it is not the most stressful year in American history. It's the 8th most stressful year behind the worst year of the Civil War, the year of the Trail of Tears, the year of the first pandemic in 1919, the year of the stock market crash, 1968, the year of Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy, Cuban Missile Crisis, 9/11, and then this year is the 8th. And then they were taking a survey of the worst years in world history from the worldview. And what was the year? It was for Indonesia. There was a whole summer. It was the year without a summer because it was in the 1800s, there was a big volcanic eruption and it blocked out the sun for an entire season. And that was worse than this, well, it must have been. Can you imagine waking up one day and where'd the sun go? And in the 1800s, it's not like you could get on Google and it would be explained to you. I'm sure a lot of people never found out what that was all about. Anyway, I thought it was interesting because to me, this has been the most stressful year ever. I don't know if you guys will agree, but it's okay. It's getting better. I'm happy to put it in the rearview mirror, as they say. One of the things that has been so great for me, though, this year, in spite of all the uncertainty and the lack of work and the loss, we've all suffered losses, and the darkness has been you guys being able to do this show and being able to sing for you every week, and all the new friends that I have made. I have forged relationships with so many of you online, and we write each other, and I see that you're there, and I can't wait to meet some of you for real. But you guys have been so extremely wonderful and generous. It has really been a blessing, something totally, totally unexpected. And so 2020 has been good for that. And we're going to keep doing Billy's Place for a little while longer, for sure. But this is a song that I wanted to sing for you guys, my friend. And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, In bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Well, you came in loving me, and now there's so much more I see. And so, by the way, I thank you. Oh, and then for the times when we're apart, well, then close your eyes and know the words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. For all of you friends, you guys have really come through for me this year, I have to say. And I'm so glad you're here to share music with me. I'm so glad you've given me this opportunity to sing my songs and tell my stories. This next little medley of two songs, uh, the first one was written by great singer, immortal singer. I wish I would have known her, but her granddaughter is a really good friend of mine. Her granddaughter is a wonderful lady named Holly Foster Wells, and her grandmother is Peggy Lee. And I'm sure a lot of you know that in addition to being a brilliant singer, Peggy was a fantastic songwriter. And so she wrote the first song with Paul Horner, and then I'll take it into a song that was written by Barry Manilow and Marty Panzer. My dear acquaintance, it's so good to know you, for strength of your hand that is loving and giving, and a happy new year with love overflowing, with joy in our hearts for a blessed new year. Raise your glass and we'll have a cheer for all us who are gathered here, and a happy new year to all that is living and all that is gentle, kind, and forgiving. Raise your glass and we'll have a cheer, my dear acquaintance, and a happy new year. To all of those who are hither and yonder, With love in our hearts, we grow fonder and fonder. Hail to those who we hold so dear, and hail to those who are gathered here. And a happy new year to all that is living, to all that is gentle, kind, and forgiving. Raise your glass and we'll have a cheer, my dear acquaintance, and a happy new year. And a happy new year. Don't look so sad. It's not so bad, you know. It's just another night. That's all it is. It's not the first. It's not the worst, you know. We've come through all the rest. We'll get through this. We've made mistakes, but we've made good friends too. Remember all the nights we spent with them, and all our plans. Who says they can't come true? Tonight's another chance to start again. It's just another New Year's Eve, another night like all the rest. It's just another New Year's Eve. Let's make it the best. It's just another New Year's Eve, just another Auld Lang Syne. But when we're through this new year, you'll see we'll be just fine. We're not alone. We've got the world, you know, and it won't let us down. Just wait and see. And we'll grow old, but think how wise we'll grow. There's more, you know. It's only New Year's Eve. It's just another New Year's Eve, another night like all the rest. It's just another New Year's Eve. Let's make it the best. It's just another New Year's Eve. It's just another Auld Lang Syne. But when we're through this new year, you'll see it's just another New Year's Eve. Let's make it the best. It's just another New Year's Eve. Just another Auld Lang Syne. But when we're through this new year, you'll see we'll be just fine. And a happy new I'll drink to that. Here's to a wonderful New Year's for everybody. A new beginning, a new chance to start, put a lot behind us. I mean, things aren't going to get better tomorrow, but they're going to get better. And they've just got to be. And there's something so wonderful about the turning of the page of the calendar and looking at that new number, 2021. There it is. Buenos Aires. Oh, it's New Year's Eve in Buenos Aires. Actually, is it time just now? Right now, it was like 2 minutes ago. All of my friends watching in Buenos Aires, Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to all of you here on the East Coast in a few hours. Wherever you are, I know you're going to be celebrating sensibly. They're doing this whole thing in Times Square, but with nobody. I mean, literally, they're not letting any cars or people in. I think they're going to let Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen in, and that's about it. So we may watch that a little bit later on TV, but it's going to be strange just to hear no crowd noises. Usually on New Year's Eve, we can open up our window and we hear the roar of the crowd at the time that the ball drops. And it's just going to be strange this year. But, hey, it's just another New Year's Eve, just another Auld Lang Syne, one that we won't forget, I'm sure. Cheers, everybody. So, guys, I wanted to let you know I'm taking next week off from Billy's Place to kind of regroup, and I'll be back with you on January 14th. And in the meantime, I am looking for ideas. So many of you are sending requests, but we'll be starting a new year of shows, and I'll be getting back on some themes. We've had 5 Christmas time New Year's shows, so I'll be getting back on composers and singers and stuff like that. So I am looking for ideas and inspiration. So if you guys have any ideas, please write me on Facebook Messenger. I'm open to any and all suggestions. It doesn't mean I'm going to take them all, but I want to hear from you. And I'll be back in 2 weeks. And so I want to just let you know that, so don't come next week. I'll probably post something saying that I won't be here, but if you show up next Thursday, there won't be anyone to let you in. But we'll be back on the 14th. Doug, thank you for another great show. Thank you. It was fun, right? It was a good show, right? I just I don't know what else to say except I wish all of you just everything your heart desires in this new year. I'm going to close out tonight with a song written by probably my favorite of all the Broadway songwriters, and another one that I was very, very lucky and fortunate and privileged to know. The great Cy Coleman wrote this with Carolyn Lee, and it's from their musical Little Me. Here's to us, my darling, my dear. Here's to us tonight. Not for what might happen next year, for it might not be nearly as bright. Perish the thought. But here's to us, for better or worse, and for thanks to a merciful star. Skies of blue and muddling through, and for me and for you as we are. Here's to us, for nothing at all. If there's nothing at all, we can praise just that we're together and here for the rest of our beautiful days. Here's to us, here's to us, here's to us. Here's to us, my darling, my dear. Here's to us tonight. Not for what might happen next year, but it may not be nearly as bright. And here's to us for all that we have and the road that we've traveled traveled so far. Skies of blue and muddling through, and for me and for you as we are. And here's to us for egg and our beer and the cup of good cheer we can raise, just for spring and wanting to sing and for feeling like flinging bouquets. Here's to us forever and always. Sing with me. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of auld lang syne? For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. One more time. For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne. Happy New Year, everybody. I'll see you in 2021. Have a great night. Thank you. Love you. Bye.